Okay, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a real simple, really quick design layout. It won't be too intuitive. I'll only get into it briefly because, as I said in my last video, I can only take up 10 minutes. And this will probably take about 10 minutes, if not a little bit short of it. But in future videos, if you have watched this one, I'll just save it and we'll just build on it from video to video to video. But as for now, we're just gonna set up our basic layout, and then you guys can keep a lookout for the next video so you can basically expand. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Create a new file, make it 800 by 600. You should do all your layouts in that size. The way it works is when you transport these to Dreamweaver, it won't even matter, basically, when you get it to that point. Click on the zoom tool and go to actual pixels and change it to minimize, and minimize it just a little bit. Go ahead and change your background to, change your background to a darker gray. 28282828 if you want the actual hexadecimals. Color it. Go down here to create new layer of background, and now you got layer 1. On layer 1, you go up here to, well, mine isn't showing. Go up here to the rectangular marquee tool and you drag it across. And then you go back down, go to your paint bucket, change it to a gradient tool. Select whatever gradient you feel like. I'm just going to use one of the preset ones for time reasons. And you're going to drag it all the way across. And you're going to hold the shift key so your cursor goes down. And now you should have a little bitty gradient like this. Or if you wanted to, you really could have dragged it from corner to corner of this marquee box, and you would have got a slightly different effect, but more or less is pretty much the same thing. Then press Ctrl D, and now you have this on the background. Go ahead and double click on your layer 1, then go to drop shadow. Change your drop shadow to, let's see, turn off global light, by the way. Change your drop shadow to about as close 90 degrees. So now your drop shadow is dropping directly below. Make the size of it a lot smaller. No, yeah, about 6 pixels is fine. The distance, make it 0. And we're going to do a bevel. And the only options you need to change in here is your depth to 21%. Then click OK. And then you should have this general, background. Next, create a new layer and go back over to the rectangular marquee and drag it down. And this time we're going to use a solid color. And to match this, we're going to use our eyedropper tool, and I think we should go with this color in here, like somewhere in between this gradient. Go down, click, drop it, and then Ctrl D to deselect it, and then go over here to this layer, right click it and click copy layer style, then click and paste layer style on that one. Then we'll have to go back in to drop shadow, and you have to change the angle to 0, if I could ever get it to 0. And then the bevel and emboss, you also have to think we'll be better off just turning that one off. And then click OK. And then you're going to drag this layer under the previous layer. So now it looks like it's actually under it. The next step we're going to take is we're going to create another new layer, and we're going to create a white box right here. Same thing, rectangular marquee tool. Try to line up as close as possible as you can get. If it's not close, don't worry about it. We will definitely correct it. And while I was sitting here thinking, we actually don't want to go with a straight white. Use F2, F2, F2. Click OK. Then go in here to the paint bucket tool and click down. Now that I'm looking at this, it'll actually be better if we actually used a darker gray. Maybe even darker. I'm really choosy about stuff. Stay with me. One F, 1F, 1F. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, then Control D. And now we have a basic setup for our web design. The same thing you're going to do with this one is basically drag it below. And let's see. What we'll actually do next is add a little bit of a highlight to this background right here, because it's a bit flat, and flat is boring, as most of you may know. Go into this paint bucket, hold down your mouse button, click on the gradient tool, and click on the black to white gradient. Click OK. Drag it from the top corner to the bottom right corner, and let go. Then right click on it and click Create Clipping Mask. Change your blending mode to soft light, and now you have this little bit of an effect. You can actually reduce it a little bit. I'd say 70% is a pretty nice effect, or a pretty nice range to have it at. I'm looking at my time, and it seems like this video is going to run out pretty soon, so the next thing we're going to do is simply create some, I wonder if we got time. Yeah. We will just go ahead and create a little welcome message. The next tutorial, we're basically going to go into making links, and if we can, we'll actually export it to an HTML file, but let's type something simple. Gonna make it bigger. Let's go with 36. Change the text to white for now, or a little bit closer to white. I'm gonna change my font because I really don't like this. Excuse me for choosing this for you design gurus. I'm really in a rush. And then click off, and now you have the beginnings of your website. Usually I would have on my ruler, but since I use this rectangular marquee tool, you actually can get away with a whole lot more with this. In the next lesson, we're actually going to dive into some more little techniques that you can really do to further develop your page. We're going to be cutting this up a little bit, doing little designs with it, and hopefully you guys will be back. I guess for the most part, just keep checking back, because I'm trying to get used to this recording everything under 10 minutes, and it's a bit tough. So check out the next video. Hopefully I'll be able to upload it extremely soon, but with this you probably have a pretty good idea of how to start a basic or extremely basic website. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed.